Oke guys ya, kita lanjut ke game yang kedua antara Avalon melawan BTK. Oke lah guys ya. Tarzan dengan Fredrin, Mobazane dengan Martis ya. Oke lah. Mungkin Mobazane kapok cuy pakai assassin cuy. Oke lah, Cold War. Mobazane dia tuan. Hampir aja boy.
Promise already kind of doing a little bit of a freeze there.
Yeah, a little bit of a freeze, but this is going to be a little different from what we've seen in game number 1, especially with Mobazane running on this March as paired with Yato on the Valentina. That's pretty much anti-invade. I'm not expecting Avalon to rush in there, but wait a second! A steal! The purple buff going to BTK. That's going to delay the jungle for Tarzan.
Yeah, that pretty much means that BTK should have the early
santai dulu guys. Menit-menit awal terlalu santai ya guys ya.
With that first skill and the passive, he's able to kind of steal away buffs, you know, with a very, very quick burst. So being able to do that is going to delay Avalon quite a lot.
Yeah, speaking of delays, here goes the battle. That's not a delay at all. Both of them some early aggression, but Chicken.
Chicken job desknya baru guys sekarang guys ya dia. Oke. White Chicken ternyata dapetin purple buff milik Tarzan ya. Boleh lah, boleh. By the way, ini nyawa terakhirnya BTK ya guys ya, alias nyawa terakhir buat Fight Chicken dan Mobazane ya. Kalau mereka ini kalah, udah cuy pulang dan juara 3 ya.
He's going to be able to run away with a little bit of movement speed.
Now, what we see in the first game, right? We saw Avalon take the first neutral objectives, take the Lord, and also claim the first turret. BTK, they need to have a nice and early start. Was it a fluke? Was it just Mobazane running on the Lancelot or a bad game in
basic
general?
2 kali dikasih hero nyamannya cuy. Battrick ya. Itu hero nyaman, udah nyaman sejak zaman M5 dulu cuy. M5, M4 lah, sorry. Demon, tumbang bro. ISO.
Yeah, that's quite a huge first blood. It's kind of like a mirror matchup that they had before.
White Chicken. Nah, loh, diambil lagi gak? Oh, ternyata tidak, boy.
Saw Cold War, Flicker, and Divine Judgment, one of the heroes. And this time around, it's Chicken hiding in the bush, doing the same exact thing back. So both of these teams are using that Flicker and Divine Judgment off the cooldown.
Nice.
Being picked up from ISO, nice and early invasion on to Tarzan's buff. Some revenge from game 1 against Mobazane.
Nice.
Speaking of Zane,
hampir aja guys ya tuh.
2 kills left unanswered in favor for BTK.
Oh man, and we love to see that Martis animation every single time he does get that kill with the decimation. He kind of runs like a little ninja with the 2 hands on the back, you know. And honestly, right now, Mobazane, he has the early advantage lead. The items on the board.
Ini buat itemnya yang udah jadi cuma itu ya guys ya, cuma Brody ya. Yang lain masih mentan aja boy. Untuk Mobazane mungkin awal-awal mau beli Hunter Strike lah ya, seperti biasa.
Yeah, and ISO already off to a good start. Got his first kill super early, which will give him a slight advantage, especially up against Basic, right? Speaking of gold advantage, a lot of pressure from both sides. Trying to focus on gold lane.
Oke, aman bro. Ada immune-nya ya, jadi nggak bisa tarik boy.
Able to get out of it.
Yeah, Zane's definitely sharp in this. He did see the Franco down there too, so it might have just been a little bit of bait. He's looking to kind of close in on the spot side, and there goes the bloody hunt. He's gonna be able to take that.
Oh, 2 hooks in a row from
di all in bro, Mobazane. Zen. Wah, masih aman guys. Masih aman juga. Oke lah, saat tuker nothing ya guys ya. Dah Tarzan malah dapat bro. Buset. Nah,
a lot of physical resistance early on, so you know that torn apart memory, it didn't do so much on that whole world. Maybe we have to look for a different priority target.
A snipe onto Zane.
Lah, Mobazane terlalu nekat sih guys itu guys.
With these iron hooks so far, definitely gonna have to watch out for that as this turtle spawns in. Now, last game we seen Avalon take all the first neutral objectives, but looks like it's not gonna be the same thing twice, right? BTK definitely giving them a challenge. Mobazane picking up that first kill alongside ISO.
Oke lah, turtle yang kedua ya.
And both of these teams have the suppressions on the board. Cold World with that bloody hunt, and also Divine Judgment coming out from Chicken, but both of them are on cooldown right now, so I think both teams are gonna look to kind of pull the turtle, delay the fights, and making sure they can
hampir aja guys ya.
Before they really
itu tadi kalau ISO keciduk guys, udah pastilah di all in lah bro.
of the turtle pit, wasting no time. And there
Free
goes
turtle ya buat Mobazane ya.
BTK an XP advantage.
Turtle yang kedua.
I feel like they're trying to let the Navaria scale for the side of Avalon. They want to make sure the Navaria can clear these waves. They're not really looking to engage so quickly because Navaria, you know, she doesn't have the CC, she doesn't have the early game advantage where she could take a bloody hunt just like Valentina or take, you know, any ultimates right there. So the Navaria definitely needs a lot more time to scale in. And right now, Avalon's kind of doing a great job. They're still behind in gold, but at the same time, they're still getting all the farms necessary and protecting that Beatrix on the bot side.
No turrets have fallen so far, but 2 turtles for the Bloodthirsty Kings. They're already leading by 1,200 gold. The invasion onto the orange buff onto Mobazane, but hey, he's running the marches now, so it may not be the same story. Look at the mortar coils for the double set on the Promise, on the Tarzan. Speaking of sets, T rushing in with the dive
Tarzan sih terlalu kuat ya guys ya.
Onto Tarzan.
Tarzan sama Uranus itu kalau bisa jangan di all in sih. Cuma buang-buang waktu aja boy, sumpah. Sulit, alah ya Tuhan. Ya, fight chicken tumbang guys.
Are we seeing a little bit of an uprising revolt coming out from Avalon right here? They're definitely coming out with a burst of energy, making sure that they can get onto this set. But ISO
Basic
is going to rush into part memories on the basic.
tipis
Very
bro.
low. Now the iron
Tarik
the
ISO.
counterplay, the punish, the low HP,
Sikat.
the praises wrath from Tarzan secures the kill.
a lot of misplay, uncharacteristic plays coming out from BTK. Almost feels like they're slightly desperate, trying to make sure that they can make a play here and there. Mobazane
udah mulai ketar-ketir bro.
making sure that he can get some sort of advantage, maybe less of a 50-50 fight, trying to secure pickoffs, using that Divine Judgment and Flicker off the cooldown, because right now they definitely have to find the momentum back.
Yeah, and need to find some turrets. Right now, nothing has fallen, so it's still in anybody's favor. Blade of Despair picked up from Basic. We'll have a lot of physical damage on the way for the next engagement as the turtle spawns in.
Yeah, but look at Fredrin's position. He's still choosing not to engage on this objective. And very, very smartly, Tarzan is on the opposite side. The Retribution does get used.
Waduh, T-nya.
Forcing the Black Dragon out of T, especially with that Lord being in. And there it goes.
Nice banget Mobazane.
Yet again, third turtle picked up from BTK. ISO finding Basic. Takes down the marksman for Avalon. It is currently tied up 3-3 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, once again, Chicken uses that Flicker and Divine Judgment off of the cooldown. He has 3 assists and he's just going to get more. That's the thing about Kaja. Once you have both of those spells, it's almost a guaranteed kill. And look at Demon right here. He's trying to get to the tower.
Yeah, Chicken, though, with the good zoners, the proxy of the lane, opening up the map for the Bloodthirsty Kings. ISO claims the first turret.
Yeah, earlier on, Avalon did end up getting the first tower, so this is going to be good news for BTK, but they still have a long way to go. The momentum on Avalon's side right now is just a little bit too much. Even when they're down, they're looking to invade it. Right now, they're in a situation where they're actually still down.
Kalem aja cuy, seperti biasa Yuzong 1-by-1 sama Uranus kelihatannya yang menang sih guys ya. Nah kan. Aduh guys, sulit bro. Aduh, tapi dapat sih harusnya. XP-nya sama-sama tumbang ya.
Promise did get that solo kill, but here's the thing. 4 of the members rotated up onto the top side, got all of the assists, and a tower did end up falling. So that's a 1-for-1 in towers, but BTK is still going to be up in gold.
Make that 1-for-2 is another turret falling. That is BTK having the map advantage, right? It's 2-1 so far in terms of turrets. 3 turtles for the Bloodthirsty Kings, but you know what? The mid has still not been touched. That's really what's going to open up the map for both of these sides, and you can already see the teams providing that pressure.
Yeah, both teams are hiding in. This is kind of where Novar is going to start shining. We go into that 9-minute mark. Probably 2 of the items are going to be finished up.
Wait, fight chicken. Waduh.
From Chicken on a cold world.
Ada-adanya guys. Ya udah, adanya apa disikat lah ya.
Secures the kill and T wrapping around, providing that vision.
I just noticed BTK, they have 2 suppressions available, so they could go for 2 different pickoffs. Bloody Hunt coming out from IMU, from Yato, and also Chicken with the Divine Judgment. So BTK definitely have a lot of resources to pin down and single out individual targets.
Dapetin target atas ya.
Free hits and making sure they can get these objectives.
Speaking of individual targets, turret on the top side left unchecked, and Promise will take it down. It is now 2-2 in terms of turrets, but now the battle on the Lord Pit on the way.
Sikat, buset dapat banyak bro. Nah, basicnya tumbang, alah ya Tuhan. Fight chickennya tumbang bro.
He's gonna go ahead and secure that kill. And now the Lord at about 45% HP. Mobazane, he has the Retribution, but he does not have the numbers. Cold World zoning him out alongside Promise. Makes his way back to the mid lane, and Tarzan in position for Retribution. Zane very low.
Izan, balik Izan. Nah, itu darah bukan sembarang darah, bro. Balik sih Mobazane sih.
Yato, ISO, all in position. There goes the Black Dragon. Look at the Lord, 25% HP.
Nah, promosinya tumbang, guys.
May drop down on
Nah, Tarzan dapat ya.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a Retribution, and Tarzan swinging
Buset,
in the jungle.
Tarzan did end up
masih
getting
pengen
that
lebih
Lord,
loh, guys.
and honestly, even with two of the members fallen, Cold World and Promise, they're still able to get that Retribution down. That's going to be good news coming out from Avalon. They're able to get that Lord and that kind of swift the momentum on that first game, and they're continuing to do the same.
Basic.
Very low, but hey, he's going to be able to get out of there. A very close call. I mean, he's currently sitting at 2-2-1. ISO leading so far in terms of the marksmans with the KDA. Pressure in the mid lane, no.
Sikat, masih aman, bro.
Chicken will be able to get out of there, but has to burn the
Lordnya lah dari atas ya.
Flicker being burned by Chicken. That is going to smell bad news for the side of BTK. Chicken needs to have that flicker to be able to get onto that Beatrix or even the Navaria. Navaria's only had one death. Tarzan has done so well in this game. BTK has to make sure that they're using these resources offensively.
Yeah, and speaking of offensively, Avalon on the punish with the Lord. Promise will claim another turret on the bottom side. He's just been all over the map.
Masih aman ya guys ya. 5-8 guys. Cuma dari segi ekonomi sekarang kelihatannya mau dibalap Avalon sih.
They're able to grab up this mid tower, looking to go for that top side, and Avalon moved up quite well. They're just having the strong lead, and I feel like the Navaria has been doing so much work. He's making sure he can hit onto that backside, and also the Franco, those iron hooks. Man, Weezy, he's definitely been hitting.
And speaking of hitting, Avalon just providing that pressure. Even though they're down in kills, they're leading so far overall, right? They put BTK on the back end, sitting with only their inhibitors and a base crystal. And not only that, it's match point.
Yeah, but ISO, if you take a look at the gold, he does have a 500 gold lead. He's still sitting at a 3-1-2, so BTK, they still have the ability to kind of turn things around, but without the map pressure, that might smell a tough situation. They gotta get Chicken onto the priority targets once again, or hey, even group up, go for that Uranus on the bot side, and I think they might sneak and try to do that right now.
Yeah, and now BTK, they just got to play a little bit more passively, but look at their comfortability right there. They're so far into the jungle. Suppression on prompts to terrify. Wait a minute! He was able to bait out all of that utility.
Nggak kena loh guys ya, udah di all in malah nggak kena cuy.
Astro Echo in, connecting to 4 members of BTK. There goes Tarzan trying to get
buset ya, buset.
Look at the damage from the Navaria.
Kena Rainer, kena Astral Spear ya guys ya, waduh. Ini combo Navaria Beatrix mah udah terlalu OP guys. Di Indo pun OP banget.
The Lord is coming up in 25 seconds, so BTK is still not out of this yet. All the members are full. They're looking to rotate onto that Lord side, but hey, you see that Uranus push? That's why they picked that hero up. He is so annoying. We saw it earlier when they were taking up the neutral objectives. He was pushing onto the top side, and now he's doing the same thing on the bot.
Hey, I like to say pressure bursts pipes, and it also makes diamonds. Right now, Avalon's making some diamonds. Maybe going to go ahead and cash out on a skin with their performance today. Mobazane, though, trying to still fight it out with BTK.
Lord
now,
yang
if any team can turn this around, it's definitely the reigning champs.
And honestly, BTK, they have a very team fight oriented composition. They can't really deal with the split pressure coming out from Uranus. They have a new song.
Sama-sama level 12 15 Zen. Oke, tarik bro. Cucu, nice. Immortal. Cucu.
Zane trying to front line. Now keep in mind, he is running this Martis, so it can get a little tricky for Avalon, right? As soon as they're low HP, there goes the decimation, the additional damage that Zane is looking for. Astro Echo from afar, and it looks like Avalon has taken control of the Lord Pit.
Avalon's definitely going to be taking control of the Lord Pit here. You can see a lot of the spells.
Hampir aja Rainer apatif from basic ya.
The Black Dragon form, the cooldown is just way too long. The Divine Judgment is also the same, and the Bloody Hunt coming out from Franco, it's still there.
Yeah, it's definitely still there. Suppression on both sides of the table, but the Lord.
Kalau Lord kedua diamankan oleh Avalon juga ya. Ini kelihatannya timnya Mobazane agak itu guys, agak sulit buat menang ya. Oke, untuk itemnya sendiri Mobazane udah ngamenin 3 item ya. Hunter Strike, Guardian sama Athena cuy. Dari Cold War-nya juga baru 1 item dan 1 item mentahan ya guys ya. Mungkin itu mau ke arah dominan ice mungkin dari Cold War. Untuk Patrick, ya udah 3 item udah lumayan sih guys ya. DHS, BOD, Malefic, mungkin satu lagi apa cuy? Malefic udah. Harus Claw mungkin ya.
Avalon on the push, trying to change history and take down the number 2 for the NACT fall season, the number 1 for the last season. T hovering around with the Black Dragon Lord, crashing into the inhibitor turret for top side. Astro Echo going out from Demon, hitting BTK. Mobazane finds Tarzan. That is one member falling for Avalon.
Buset, itu iya Tuhan. White Chicken tumbang ketiga kalinya boy. Basic. Sekali tembak lagi dapat sih itu. Nah kan.
Yeah, Avalon, sharks in the water, smelling blood, BTK bleeding out, the bloodthirsty Kings at that, trying to hold off, trying to remain with the title as the champions of North America. Avalon giving them the greatest challenge yet.
Yeah, the Wolves' claws are just a little bit too much to handle. The retribution does come out. Mobazane choosing to back off a little bit. They have to clear this way, but this is the last tower that they have.
Pengen digasin loh guys.
Going out from basic. Zane needing to go back and get some regen. They do have the minions sync, but hey, it's a very aggressive push. Speaking of aggression, T looking like Superman out there with the Black Dragon, forcing Avalon out of BTK's base.
Call wardnya malah recall cuy ya. Aduh.
The Lord is going to be spawning in 60 seconds, so just trying to make sure they can get a lane clear on these waves. We're heading into a 16-minute mark, so the gold lead doesn't make too much of a difference. The kills are only 6 tonight here.
Tarik bro, waduh di all in. Mobazane. Hati-hati sama runnernya basic sih. Basic. Nah dapet loh guys ya. Gelo guys. Sumpah bermain-main lama banget loh guys di area situ guys. Tapi endingnya dapet loh. Kalau dapet mah aman ya. Diambil guys sama Mobazane ya. Aman.
Basic, he loves to do the banana split. He loves to go forward. He loves to go for kind of, the backdoor plays. And, we might be seeing that happen in this game. But BTK, they definitely have a team fight oriented comp. They still have.
Oke lah, untuk Lord kali ini mendingan dibiarkan dulu sih sampai level 3 ya. Menanggung banget bro.
Right now, Avalon, it just seems like the momentum is too much to handle.
Too much to handle. A little NACT slogan out there, my fight. My moment over there. This is definitely BTK chance to turn this around, right? The Lord has spawned in. They do have a full team. If they lose this objective, Avalon maybe able to close this out.
Ini mending direset sih. Sumpah mending direset bro. Mumpung belum jauh bro.
The one that is clearing the lane is going to be ISO, and that's a lot of damage out of BTK that they don't have for these team fights. So to be putting ISO onto that position, you're gonna see the Uranus. He's gonna clear the lanes.
Itu Brodinya disuruh clearing ya guys ya. Udah kayak Nino aja dulu guys. Aduh.
A lot of turbulence on this flight as you are seeing BTK trying to hold him off, trying to rush into the Lord as it did evolve.
Basic masih aman. What the fuck? Nah, aman guys. Dia tuh tsunami dapat ya. Wah, buset deh man. Lordnya udah level 3 bro.
Tarzan forced out. He does have the retribution. Chicken not gonna let him go. Ringo order for the
balik sih,
balik. They found the marksman. They found the demon. Both backlines down for Avalon. This will be a chance for them to claim
Tarzan
this.
mumpung gak punya retri loh guys ya, malah mau digasin sih. Aduh, kenapa gak pilih Lord aja? Ya Tuhan, nice banget.
We'll be able to burst them out. And look at the Lord. Zane in position. The king of the jungles. The leader for North America and the reigning champs are now going to be able to claim this Lord uncontested.
BTK ada bau-bau kemenangan cuy kelihatannya. Bau-bau comeback lah ya.
Basic did end up getting away with Sumber health with that flicker, but Yato was just too close. He closed that gap, making sure he could get that last hit, and it pushed BTK onto a winning team fight. And now with the Lord marching down, I feel like it's going to be going onto that bot side. They have an advantage to kind of just sink these waves right here. The items on the board, everyone is full build.
oleh
A
Mobazane.
little bit more immortality. BTK especially, they need a little bit of late game insurance. Maybe we'll see a little quick sell coming out from these people.
That's right, and this is what BTK needed, right? Their backs were against the wall, and hey, they're the reigning champs for a reason, and now they are leading by having this Luminous Lord, right? We're in the late game. This is 20 minutes in. The respawn timers are way too high to really even deal with, and with the Luminous Lord in their favor, they're known to be able to close it out.
Yeah, so BTK definitely, as the regaining champs right here, they are going to try and push. The conceal plate does happen to 4-man death ball onto that top side, 5-man, and the Lord is marching down on the far side. So BTK definitely looking to get some real estate here. They grabbed up that top tower and they're going for that mid.
Hey, I know
ini kesempatan guys buat BTK nyamakan kedudukan ya. Sekali aja mereka blunder atau keciduk satu, bro. Wah, udah kelar sih nasib BTK ya.
But if they win, we will be going to a game number 3 in the loser bracket finals as BTK pushing through the mid lane.
Yeah, but it's definitely still going to be a close series. They're able to clear onto that mid side, so no towers are going to fall. Additionally, for the side of Avalon, the Lord is coming down. So definitely, BTK, they're looking to grab up that next objective. With this Luminous Lord coming down here, it's definitely going to crash.
So it's going to be a hard one to do. The lanes aren't synced, but the Lord will possibly open up the base. But
buset, itu iya tuan
on the Cold World.
Forwardnya cucu nice banget.
Buset.
Jangan nekat sih guys. Selagi gak bisa, mending balik dah. Dari tadi basic runnernya gak ada yang kena, boy. Kasih paham lah sih. Basic Nyawi.
Towers on the inhibitor, but looking to push the mid side.
Yeah, ISO will be able to clear that up. And now leaving Avalon with their inhibitors pressing in on the Tarzan, the Petrify on the dive after Echo
in. All in, bro.
Tarzan still alive, 25 memories from ISO to change that. Unstoppable.
Mobazane, dia Tuhan malah tumbang loh. Tumbang 2 loh. Tumbang 3. Wah, udah sih guys ya, kelar guys nasib Mobazane guys. Buset, Yato. Wah, di-comebackin tuh. Oh, Yato, aduh. Wah, udah guys, ente guys ya. Wah, berakhir tragis boy, aduh guys, tinggal T doang mana bisa bro. Anjay, wah, GG guys. Mainnya terlalu lama ya guys ya di base musuh ya, waduh. Udah sih guys, kelar guys ya, ente lah. Mau beli winter segede gaban pun, sebanyak apapun tetap tumbang bro. Ente ya guys ya buat timnya Mobazane guys. Oke, terima kasih semuanya. Game kedua diamankan oleh Avalon ya guys ya, udah pasti boy. Dan Avalon akan bertemu The Ohio Brothers di Grand Final memperebutkan slot Grand Final. Oke guys ya. Basic, oke lah, turu guys, turu. Iya. Basic, aduh guys, parah guys. Basic. Oke lah guys ya, kita next ke match selanjutnya cuy. Ini masih pengen aja guys, basic guys, anjay. Siap Bang Nyawi. Oke lah guys ya, kita next ke match selanjutnya cuy, antara Avalon melawan The Ohio Brothers ya. Ini giliran The Ohio Brothers sih harusnya buat ngebantai dari tim Avalon guys. Bye bye.